Hi, this is Carin Camen, and you are watching and listening to the breakdown of the series, The Hats That I Wear. Now, last time we were together, we talked about UI, user interface. Today we are going to talk about CX. What is CX? CX is where you go from being a user into a customer. So there's a difference. Customer is actually where you go and make a purchase. User is actually what you do when you are using something. So a software that or an app, that's the experience after you've made the purchase. That's the experience that we want you to have, a positive user experience. So for us, we think of that experience first, because if we get a reputation wherever project that I'm on, we get a reputation that you do have a very pleasant user experience, then we know repeat customers will come, new customers will come. So we're going to talk about CX, customer experience. So what happens if you are a loyal customer, that you've been able to give 5 stars or thumbs up feedback, then that's because UX has made sure that your voice was heard. UX wants to make sure that you have the ability to communicate your thoughts to the company. However, it's okay. Sure, everybody loves 5 stars, but we also know in reality we aren't going to get 5 stars all the time. We're not going to get thumbs up all the time. We're going to get some thumbs down. We equally want to hear those as well, because in order for us to be able to really truly understand our users, we need to have data. And data comes by how many stars you do, how many thumbs up, how many thumbs down, how many positive comments, how many negative comments. So to help you, give you some insight there, we have quantitative and qualitative data that we look for. Quantitative is anything that ends up being, we can quantify it, anything that has like an emotional response. So comments will usually do an emotional response. Quantitative is anything with a quantity. So we can say that gives us the data, such as 95% of the customers gave it a 5-star rating, or 3% of the customers gave it a 3-star rating, or heaven forbid 3% of the customers gave it or 95% of the customers gave it a 3-star rating. Those are quantitatives, and that allows us to look at statistically what our overall users are thinking. So we can start doing the whole math thing. You thought all this stuff was just right brain work. No. What we do is we go back and forth, right brain, left brain, right brain, left brain. We have to be able to do both, because that's just part of the job. And yes, designers can do left brain work, and yes, programmers can do right brain work. So you just have to learn how to train those areas that you may be really, really good at left brain work, and right brain work is challenging. I'm not going to say that we can, in those cases you're going to be the most talented artist, but you still can strengthen that so that when you are looking at the data, you can provide, you can go and articulate and provide suggestions, design suggestions. Flipping the script, if you're really strong in design but you struggle in data, that means you're going to have to work a little bit harder on understanding data, so that when you are putting forward your designs, you can defend your design by saying, well, based on this data, this statistic, you're going to, this is the reason why I did this, because statistically, X percent of our users are having a problem with this one issue. This is what they said was being frustrated. That's the reason why I made this design. So it has to be both. So thumbs up, thumbs down, that also is quantitative. So those tend to be easier to be able to grasp and get that statistic data. Qualitative is a little bit more challenging, but it's so beautiful because it has that emotional response. So if you've got like a really angry individual and they're just blasting, they're just typing away blasting, that's when we start to delve into, okay, what is it that is being said? What was it that caused that strong of an emotional response? And what is it that we could then do to assist in not having them get to that point? And sometimes, sometimes it could just be they're having a bad day, and we have to take that into consideration. But if there's a common, if we're finding out that those type of comments of frustration are more common, then that's where we have to really start to delve in and start to really look at what is being said in those comments. So if you are a loyal customer, that's because UX incorporated your ability to use your voice into the user experience. So that is customer service. Now, tomorrow, give you a sneak peek, we're going to do information architecture. And that's definitely fun left brain work with a spice of design. So we will talk to our next module will be about information architecture. This is Carin Camen. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, good, bad, ugly. Follow me, and thank you for continuing to watch the breakdown of the hats that I wear.